Hello and welcome back to my craft room. If you're a regular viewer, you might have seen me just recently, I think only last week, unboxing the massive box of art supplies that the lovely Barbara Brady sent me over from the States. Thank you, baby. Most of the contents, not all, but most of the contents were subscription boxes that she felt like she wasn't going to use and I might make better use of, and I certainly will. I've been really looking forward to playing with them. So it's Easter Monday, so it's a bank holiday here. It's very dreary, raining and horrible outside, so perfect time, I thought, to sit in my craft room and have a go with some of these supplies. And what I thought might be interesting, because two of the boxes were both Scratchboards, two different subscription kit boxes which happen to be Scratchboards. And I've only had a couple of goes with Scratchboard before, but I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to getting properly into it here with some really nice Scratchboards and other supplies, and see what I can do, because I had some the ones I had before were quite sort of cheap and cheerful Scratchboards. I couldn't do what I wanted with them really, but I still enjoyed it. I think it was for our Inspired by Forests, Woods and Trees collaboration, which was like last autumn. I did a little Scratchboard thing of a hedgehog rummaging in the leaves. I'll try and leave a link to that one, and you can have a quick look and see what I mean. I used a sort of cheap and cheerful Scratchboard, which is okay, still enjoyed it, but I couldn't add colour in the way I wanted and stuff. I think these lovely supplies are going to give me much more scope. So let's have a look. I'm going to do a direct comparison between the two. Obviously the boxes aren't here, but I think other than that and the little sweetie that came in the kit, or whatever they put, the little freebie thing they sometimes put in these kits, other than that it's pretty much all here. This is the Muse kit. So these used to be Smart Art. This was their last September 2022 kit, and this was when they went from being Smart Art to Muse kits, and they're talking about that there, how they used to be Smart Art and how they started. So I had a look online, and currently the price to me for a monthly subscription to this kit would be $39.99 in pounds, British pounds. I believe it's $49.95, and you pay post and packing as well. If you're in the States, it would only be $5. Internationally, it's $15. One thing that I was quite pleased with was that it was quite easy to find out how much the shipping was. Sometimes they seem to be very coy about it. More about that in a minute. So that works out about £12 for me. So altogether, this kit would have cost me £52, and it seems like, looking on their website, it seems like if you go in and just buy the kit now, it costs you the same as if you subscribe. There doesn't, as far as I could tell, there doesn't seem to be any difference in the price. So did we get £52 worth? Well, I added up what the retail prices that they give for all of these goods, and they came to around 50 quid. So it's probably not bad, considering that would include the shipping. And they've put it together, and they've the little booklet and the challenges, and I believe there's blog and videos and things to back it all up. So let's have a look at the contents, and then I'll show you this other one, which is Upcrate. I'm going to look at the Muse one first. So this is the little booklet that you get with it, and I love that they clearly list everything and what it's for and what you can do with it. Then they give you step by step what to do first to get started, take you right through from just practicing the little marks that you can make, right through to creating your own pieces of art. And they have always love the gallery in my Scrawler box. The gallery is always fun to see if you recognise anyone in there. And there are these weekly art prompts, and I think there are weekly videos that go with these as well. I don't know. So I've never had a Muse kit myself. I've never had an Upcrate kit. It's really nice to try. I don't think anything's going to beat Scrawler box for me, but it's really interesting to try these other ones and see what I've been missing. So let's have a look at the contents properly. Let's keep that to one side. So we've got some lovely ampersand Scratchboard. So they're 6x6, there's 3 panels in there, really heavy. Smooth absorbent white kaolin clay ground, evenly coated with black India ink. And then one thing that I love is that you've got this to start practicing. You could even give this to the kids to play with if you didn't want to use it. But it's these ones, they're printed with, let's have a proper look. Whoops. So you can see they've got that faint grey outline of the picture on there, and there are 4 different animals, and then they're coloured underneath the black So you just scratch away the grey and you automatically get this picture. So I think that, I mean, that's something that certainly kids could do. I might do one of these just to practice and get myself into the way of it, and then I might let the grandchildren have a go. I think it'd be really nice. They'd be really proud of being able to create something like that. I can't do that up again now. So there's that, and that I think is one of the first things I would do to get my hands in. Then there's also this pack of 12 rainbow scratchboards. So it's not heavy scratchboard like this clayboard stuff here. It's more like these. It's like a cardboard back, but it's apparently rainbow underneath, but blank, so you can do your own doodles and things. So that's a great way to practice and hopefully create some doodles. Perhaps have a go at some of the challenges on that. There's 4 different tools with different shape heads, which look quite good. You've got pretty much everything you're going to want there. There's this whole set of brushes, which I can't really see that you need all of these brushes, but they look like very nice brushes. The round shape is probably the one I use the most, and it's always good to have a good range of sizes, so that certainly come in handy. One of the things I'm most excited about is these. So these are Scratchboard inks, and I've had a look online. I think I've understood correctly that you can apply these over, so I could scratch away a design here. Then I could apply these inks, I could mix them as well to create different colours. I could apply these inks over the scratched surface. They don't leave a residue. They're transparent like all inks really, and you can use them in the way you could use other inks too for other projects. But they don't leave much of a residue on the black parts, the parts you've left black, but they colour the parts you've scratched away white, and then once they're dry you can scratch away again back to the white, and that sounds really exciting to me. That sounds like the kind of thing I wanted to do before but wasn't able to with the Scratchboard I was using, so I'm really excited to try those out. And then there are these two which they describe as kind of bonus tools. So this one's get rid of the plastic now. This one's just a brush just for brushing away your scratched off, your little crumbs that you get when you scratch it, which is a really good idea. And then there's this one. I love this one. I wouldn't call this a bonus tool. I just think it's a really brilliant tool. So you've got that at one end, and then at the other end you've got a really fine point. I think that'll be I wouldn't be surprised if I don't find myself using that more than these. So that's everything that you get in the Muse kit. And I think if I'd have got that if I'd have paid, how would I feel if I'd have paid, including the postage, 52 quid for that? At the end of the day, I don't think I would ever justify spending more than 50 quid on a subscription box every month. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But if I had, I think this seems to be pretty good value to me. And you've really got everything you need to start right from scratch. I think I'd be pretty happy with that. Okay, so now let's have a look at Upcrate. Now there are a couple of things missing from here, apart from obviously the box. I haven't got the boxes themselves. This would normally come with a bottle post. This is one from a previous month, just to show you. Barbara did say when she got home and saw the bottle post and realised she'd left it out, but it's not a problem. I can find all the information I need. I'll watch other people's unboxings to find out what was in there, and they have videos and things, so that's not a problem at all. First of all, let's have a look at what this would have cost me. So it's €36. I believe these are based in Germany. That's roughly £31.50. This is the Upcrate number 38, so this is October 2022. You can still buy it. If you get a monthly subscription, it's only €24. So with this one there is a difference. With that one, as far as I could tell, you pay the same whether you've got a subscription or you buy them individually. I might be wrong, but as far as I could tell that was the case. With this one, if you get a monthly subscription, it's only €24, which is £21. It was really hard to find the postage. It really annoys me when they don't just tell you what the shipping is going to cost. They must know. Why have I got to actually get to the point of almost buying it, almost making a purchase before then you can see what the shipping would be? As far as I could tell by doing that, because I did go ahead and do that, it would be €2, which actually isn't bad at all. So if that's the case, why don't they just tell you €2 is fair enough? That's just under £2, isn't it? So altogether this would cost me 23 quid. Say I've got the postage a bit wrong, it might be as much as 25, I don't know, but as far as I can tell I think it's 23 quid. I just wish I could be more definite about the postage. It's really annoying they don't just state it. These people just state it. Anyway, pet peeve out of the way. Other than the couple of bits that were missing, so there's a different bottom post and an artist print, I did see that a few people were complaining, I can see why, that there's this print that looks like you can transfer it onto here, and the print was too big to actually go onto here, but I probably would have just done a section of it, I guess. But yeah, if you want to see someone unboxing this fully, my friend Emily Arts here on YouTube just unboxed this one just recently. They sent her one to review, so she'll show you fully what was in it, but I've got almost everything here. I believe there were 2 sheets of each of these in the original kit. There was a sheet of the tracing paper and a sheet of the graphite transfer paper. I have loads of these though, so that's not going to be a problem. So you always get these stickers in there apparently, and there's a piece of scratchboard and a piece of clayboard, black Indian ink, 2 of the scratchy tool handles and a couple of blades. And it's not this one, I've put it here just to demonstrate, but it's one very like this, just an X-Acto knife you can use for scratching away small details and things. That's pretty much everything is there. This is what you would have got for your £23. My immediate reaction is, wow, just one piece of scratchboard. Whew, nothing to practice on. But apparently what Emily pointed out in her video is that what they suggest is that you take this clayboard and coat it with some of the Indian ink to kind of in effect create your own scratchboard to practice with. I just feel like, I mean, this clayboard is lovely stuff, and I'd rather use this for something else, I think, than use it to practice on. I don't understand. And I mean, I don't know what the price difference is between the two. I don't know, it just seems a bit, it would have been better to provide a cheap bit of something like these sheets just to practice the scratching on, I think. Now I happen to have another piece because Diane, thank you Diane, sent me a little package just recently, and it included exactly the same scratchboard. So I've actually got 2 pieces of that to try, so that's really good. But I think I'm going to do something else with the clayboard because it just seems a waste just to use it as a practice place. I believe it's a really lovely surface, this kind of kaolin coating, for all kinds of media, so that's what I'm going to be using it for. I love that you've got the Indian ink though, and I mean essentially what this scratchboard is the kaolin coated board with a layer of India ink over it. So you can use this to paint back in small details or correct mistakes, so that's really handy. It would be nice to have had some black in there, but I mean these are really exciting, and I have got lots of black India ink anyway, so I think I'd have been a bit disappointed with that if I'm honest. I'd rather pay the extra and have more and perhaps just not have them so often. I mean, I guess the thing with this is if there's not much difference between the price of a subscription or buying a single box, you could just choose the single boxes that appeal to you, pay a little bit more for them, but you know you're going to really enjoy it. I'd have happily paid 52 quid for that. I would have been disappointed if I'd got this as a monthly thing with just one piece of black scratchboard. I'm still going to really enjoy using them, but yeah. It occurs to me that if I was putting my ideal scratchboard kit together, I'd probably put that there. That would be my scratchboard kit, I think. So you've got your practice ones, you've got your ready-made picture ones that you can have a go with and then pass on to the kids. Then you've got 3 black scratchboard panels, 1 paintbrush. I think those tools would do everything I would want to do. You've got these amazing inks to have a go with. You've got the black Indian ink as well. That brush I think is going to be really handy. Just 1. Yeah. Do that and charge me 30 quid for it. I'd be really, really happy. But each to her own, you know. Right, so here we go. There's the there's the Muse kit. There's the Upcrate kit, minus the booklet and the little print. I just think it's a no-brainer. I mean, I'd rather pay more than twice as much and have this, as long as I could just, if I was just buying individual boxes, so I'd be choosing what I was going to get, I would know this is what I was going to get. Yeah, I think this is an outright winner. I think even though it's more than twice as much, including the postage, than this is, I just think that's way better put together and way better value. But it might not be the case every month. I don't know. It's difficult, and a lot of people just didn't really like the whole scratching thing at all. But that's the way when you get like mystery art supplies boxes. Just for illustration purposes, I'm going to put that there as well, so you can imagine you've got the booklet there too. That doesn't look an awful lot for 23 quid, but that's pretty good for 52, I would say. Okay, so I'm going to have a go at some of the challenges. I will look up what the bottle post ones were. I'll be able to find them. I'll look at Emily's video. I think Just Johnny Creations also did a video opening this one back in September when it first came out. So I can find out from there what the challenges were and have a go at them. But I'm going to mix all of these supplies together now. I'm not going to bother keeping them separate anymore. And I'll throw in this one that that Diane gave me as well. So let's have a look at what some of the challenges, because I've got a booklet for this one. I think they give weekly prompts. Here we go. So the first one is sweets, bark, flowers and space. They're all quite fun ones actually. And if I use some of those rainbow sheets, I could have a go at some of them. That would be, yeah, interesting to have a go at bark, you know, lines of bark, space would be, yeah, I think those are really nice little prompts to go with these supplies. I will definitely be doing a good deal of practicing before I break into the the clay board. But I think the thing I'm most excited about is trying this Scratchboard with these coloured inks. And apparently you can mix them up, and that they're water based, and you apply them in washes. And if you want more intensity of colour, you're better to have 2 or 3 layers of washes. Really excited to try that. That's probably the best, yeah, the bit I'm most about. Okay, so I'm going to put this lot away now, and what I might do is just finish up this little video just by trying the very first simplest thing. So they tell you, no, that's not what they tell you to do first. Hang on. Start by cutting one of the rainbow scratch cards to use as a test strip. Step 2, pick one of the pre-designed scratch cards. So what I might do is just do a quick speed through of some of these very simple things, and then the next thing will be to do a proper challenge. Emily did something very similar to this, and I thought she did a great job. She didn't seem too happy with it, but I thought she did a fantastic job. So I will say goodbye now and go into the speeded up process. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again for the next thrilling instalment. Bye. Happy Easter. I've got no chocolate left.